All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on what America just did. All right, not even 24 hours ago, America bombed Iran's nuclear facilities, man. That's right. America has been officially dragged into this war. Jeremiah 50 and 45 jumping on for the page. All right. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who was the least of the flock? Amalek, them small hats over there, claiming to be us. All right. Those imposters in the land right now. That's the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who's the them? America. Out to what? War. All right. We're in the beginnings of World War III. And you have Ayatollah, the supreme leader, retaliating. Right now, they just confirmed to shut down the Straits of Hormuz. All right. 17 million barrels of oil come through that each day. They just shut that shit down. So that right there is going to cripple or have a negative effect on the economy here in America. Not just that. They also launching missiles on Israel, all right, today. So keep your eye out for multiple strikes. And sleeper cells is over here, man. They just did. Trump just ordered DHS and ICE to conduct an operation on sleeper cells here in America, man. Not just Iranian sleeper cells. They're also looking for Russian sleeper cells and Chinese too. All right. And they have found sleeper cells, not just, you know, some regular old bullshit like, hey, you know, somebody, you know, he had fishy contact. No, these were sleeper cells over here that's in direct contact with Iranian intelligence. They had pictures of stuff, of certain structures that they believed, you know, they wanted to blow up. And also they found them having certain capabilities like facial recognition tools, you know? So, hey, shit popping, man. So now they're really focusing on sleeper cells. This reminds me of 2nd Ezra 13, Slakia, 2nd Ezra 15:33, where it says, from the land of the Assyrians, and that was talking about America, from the land of the Assyrians, the enemy shall besiege them. The enemy being Iran, whether it's Iran sleeper cells or one of these Ishmaelite groups. But we're seeing that jump off of the page too. All right. They're catching Iranian sleeper cells right now, Chinese sleeper cells, and also Russians. All right. From the land of the Assyrians, the America, the enemy shall besiege them. Right, because it's been exposed that they were using the border being wide open. They were using that to gain access to America. All right, so they've been over here and they were using sanctuary cities. That's why Donald Trump hit 7 cities simultaneously. All right, in the last 72 hours, man. All right, and these sanctuary cities, because this is where these sleeper cells are holding up at. All right. But to continue, it says, surely, from the land of the Assyrians, the enemy shall besiege them and shall consume some of them. Right. What does it mean when it says it shall consume some of them? It's talking about a terrorist attack. All right. People are going to die. All right. And it says, there shall be strife among their kings. And I'm loosely quoting it. And Salaki, I'm driving, so if I seem a little distracted, that's why. But, right. It says, and consume some of them, and it shall be strife among their kings, right? It's going to shake America. All right? And the government, president, will be scrambling to try to figure out how to respond to this. All right? But right now, we see prophecy jumping off of the page.
Now, this is not a movie, guys. This is right now. And what happened next? Well, it changed the game forever. So stick with me, because Up next, I'm going to break down the exact moment that President Trump gave the order and what DHS found when they kicked down the doors in 7 U.S. cities. Oh.
Everything is being watched from the basement and controlled from the basement.
What were you doing there?
I was targeting certain individuals.
And what DHS found when they kicked down the doors in 7 U.S. cities. Oh, you're going to want to hear about the storage units and what was inside of them. It's going to make your jaw drop. All right, so here's how it all started. Not with an explosion, not with a broadcast, not even with a raid. It started with a classified briefing inside the White House Situation Room where President Trump was handed the one thing that changes everything, a direct intelligence confirmation. Iran can build a nuclear weapon in 3 to 6 weeks. And just like that, the red flags lit up. According to declassified reports from the Department of Energy and DHS, Iran's enrichment facilities are now operating at full capacity. They've bypassed the IAEA inspections, they've ignored international warnings, and today they are operating at weapons grade levels, hovering at nearly 90% enrichment uranium. That's not theoretical, guys. That's not potential. That is weapons ready. Worse still, there's no hiding it. Hundreds of viewers have already taken the leap, and the results speak for themselves. Amy Best, she was thrilled. Ron, I finally called chapter. Thank you so much. Cecil Frith Sr. said, thanks for the chapter link, Ron. I'm now saving $166 a month on Social Security. That is a sweet raise. Guys, that's over $1,900. Don't waste another moment. See how much money you make the call. You'll be so glad you did. Now, the Iranian regime is now openly boasting about their capacity. They're not worried about sanctions. They're not worried about the UN because they believe that the United States, especially under weak liberal leadership in the past, won't do a dang thing to stop them. But that was before June 2025. That was before Donald J. Trump returned to the White House. And here's where it gets even darker, guys, and far more dangerous. DHS confirms that Iranian intelligence has been using our own immigration loopholes to move sensitive material and operatives into the United States. Smuggling routes traced through Houston port terminals, Southern California freight hubs, and even international passenger flights into New York and Chicago. What were they bringing in, though? Well, not missiles, not tanks, but something far more effective. People, sleeper cells, trained, embedded, and coordinated operatives who've been living quietly inside the U.S. cities, some of them for years, waiting for the go signal. And according to DHS, that signal may have already come. The scariest part, though, these sleeper agents were not hiding in red states. They weren't in rural areas or near military bases. They were positioned deliberately in so-called sanctuary cities. Why? Because these cities, run by radical leftist mayors and governors, have openly refused to cooperate with ICE. They've banned law enforcement from checking immigration status. They've blocked DHS access to local intel. They've sheltered foreign nationals with criminal records. These cities became safe zones for hardworking immigrants, not for cartels, terror financiers, and foreign intelligence assets. And so the Iranian regime, they knew that. In fact, new intercepted communications between Quds Force leadership and proxy operatives inside the U.S. confirmed explicit references to cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Chicago, New York City. Now, one chilling message read, "The police will not touch us there. They fear their own people." This is what we're up against. And here's what you really need to understand here, guys. This wasn't just a foreign policy crisis. This wasn't just a nuke problem. This became a homeland emergency. President Trump was briefed. The risk was real, and the plan was clear. Identify, isolate, and eliminate every sleeper cell operating under Iranian control inside the United States. And that is when the gears of justice began to turn. Now, hang on.
Hey, so they're right now carrying out an operation to get the Iranian sleeper cells. And they're finding more just Iranians. But, hey, they might get the green light before they completely are taken out. They might just get the green light, so don't be surprised if a T attack happens in the very, very near future.
Guys, because what happens next? This is something that we've never seen before. Okay? I want to walk you through exactly how this operation ended up getting launched. I'm going to talk.
But yeah, that's pretty much the point. I've reached my destination. I hope this is edifying. This is just some breaking news, short video. I just wanted to get off right here. But hey, we're at the end of this thing. With that, say shalom.